more! Hey everyone, before we get to lunch break, we want to let you know about a very special collection that dropped this week.
Yes, it is a Lunar New Year inspired product line. I am wearing the black long sleeve Zodiac Kingdom shirt.
Yeah, I drew that. It was really hard to draw. But we also have the red envelope jade tee and a matching hat. Check it out at wongfuproductions.com/shop. Supplies are very limited, so get it while it's hot. All right, let's get to lunch break.
Lunch break!
Today's lunch break episode is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to start building a beautiful online presence for you and your business.
Hey guys, wow, that was very in sync.
Yeah, that's, you've had like 5 years of practice, right?
No, there's no computer lag because, we get to eat together again.
Are you sure there's no lag?
I like Robot Benson. I haven't eaten with you guys this close for like a year.
No, you had an episode with Benson and Michelle.
Oh, right, we did.
Yeah.
You know what it is? You know what, I haven't sat in the middle of a lunch break in I want to say at least 6 months.
We got Bopomofo. This is my first Bopomofo of the new year. They're back open.
Yeah.
Same. So our plus one for today is Joey Ning, and they requested Chinese and Taiwanese food.
So I got the shrimp burger and a little sprinkle of tots and vegetarian popcorn chicken.
Another shrimp burger as well with some honey butter tater tots.
Got the spicy Taiwanese chicken sandwich.
Yeah, thanks Joey, this is gonna be great.
We're gonna jump right into today's topic because I think it's fresh on our minds. We've been watching a lot of movies over the break and we've been having a lot of discussions about those movies, and it's always just like an instinct when you're watching to be like, what would I do in those particular situations?
I think as a production company, yes, a lot of questions are about, how did they make that? How did they do that thing? But we also like to put ourselves in the shoes of the concept and the actors and the characters and explore some of these fun ideas.
Right. So we reached out to our care holders on Patreon to send us some questions, so we're going to answer them today.
I just want to point out that I don't know if I'm enjoying movies more knowing more about how they're made, and as I mature and see the characters, it's hard to put myself in the shoes of those characters because it's frustrating, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll get to the questions.
Okay, we'll start off. This is actually a really interesting one. So Gabrielle asked, if you could reflect your personality as a genre, what would it be?
Documentary.
Your personality, not your life.
I think it'd be like Mythbusters. It'd be like
he'd be like a Mythbusters, or he'd definitely be like a Learning Channel maybe,
or like a Mr. Rogers, something really mellow.
I feel like you'd be like a home and garden TV, like Home Improvement.
HGTV.
Yeah, HGTV.
Without the personality.
Or one of those house flipping reality shows, Yeah. I could see you doing that, but just very dry. No, you throw in your humor here and there, a few jokes here and there, but it's mainly about building the thing out.
All right, Wes. What would you be?
Definitely Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
What?
I'm just kidding. It's a joke. I don't even watch it. Is that a show?
Of course. You would know.
I wouldn't know. It'd be really nice to be like a Nat Geo, National Geographic, David Attenborough narrated nature documentary. I think those would be great.
Mm-hmm.
But just your living room.
Yeah, just following me around and just being a potato in different areas of the house. That would be nice, but not interesting enough. So I think it'd definitely be a drama, but without the drama.
But what is a drama without a drama?
Yeah, have you guys seen Tales from the Loop? I talk about it a lot.
Yes.
I've been hearing you talk about it a lot.
If you guys heard me talk about it a lot, we actually did a little review on our favorite shows, and it's one of my favorite shows that came out during the quarantine.
Oh, right. It's a Patreon exclusive video.
Yes, yes. So if you guys want to know what I think, you guys should check out our Wong Fu Forward and be a care holder. But it's a very quiet, introspective film that has bits and pieces of fantasy and science fiction, but really about the people and the relationships in a very small town. It has drama, but it's not intense Michael Bay drama, which I love also, but you can't live in that world 24/7,
It's depressing drama.
It's not depressing. There's fun things happen. There's time things, and I was gonna say an intellectual sci-fi thriller, something that Nolan does. Those would be fun too, but it's a little too intense for to represent me as a person. I stand by my answer.
Huh. I don't know what I would be.
You had so much time to think about it.
Because you guys talked about shows. As I read the question as if it was a genre, or my personality is more like dark comedy, chill, so slice of life.
I feel like you do like to explore the darkness and almost twisted.
Yeah, like The Boys.
Promise Neverland.
Oh yeah, Promise Neverland. Yeah, just anything that's like, oh, you wouldn't expect it out of this type of show. So I was like, okay, yeah.
There's a little bit of like uncomfort that you like to like, right? Good question.
Okay, Befuddled Panda asks, if you were in a Fast and the Furious movie, what would be your getaway vehicle, and where would your epic getaway scene be filmed/located?
Yeah, that was a funny question. I'd probably pick like a Honda Civic or a Toyota Corolla.
That's what I was gonna say. So smart.
So it's like, you see it everywhere. So it's so easy to just hide between all the other Hondas and Toyotas.
I was gonna pick a Prius.
Yeah, I was gonna do Prius.
That was-
I was gonna do Prius.
Obviously, we all think the same.
No, very, very strategic.
I really hope like the next Fast and Furious has a scene like that, where like they're trying to escape, right? And they're trying to be covert, and like Vin Diesel's in like a little Prius.
Yeah.
Right.
They're at a point where they can do that, and it'll
make sense.
It'll make sense, and it'll like kind of make fun of itself, which I think would be really great. Wow, I was literally gonna say Prius, because one, you could either blend in with everyone, or they would think, they would catch all the other Priuses.
Yeah.
Your chances are just much higher, especially in LA with all the Ubers and Lyfts going around.
Exactly. And like if you drive like a really nice car, it's like you're like a red target. Like everyone can see you.
My second choice for the car beyond the Prius was a DeLorean, because then I have all the time in the world.
So instead of where are you hiding, it's when are you hiding.
In terms of like a hideout, if we're going along the same thinking.
Oh, I know. I would hide at a Toyota dealership.
What?
That'd take them forever to find me.
I was gonna say the Disneyland parking lot.
Oh.
I mean, also like we can't tell you our hideout. I mean, what if we actually need to go there?
True.
But you know, in those scenes of like zombie movies or apocalyptic stuff, like there's always a scene of like all the cars like on the freeway, like bumper to bumper, and people out of their cars and they're like running. Have you guys ever thought about like you in that situation, what you would do?
I feel like I would have no hope by then. If I already knew it was coming.
You'd be at home.
Oh, that too. I probably wouldn't even be outside.
I feel like the answer is usually just don't get on the freeway and just like run somewhere. Or get on a bike or a motorcycle and just go somewhere else.
But if you're already stuck there,
If you're already stuck,
yeah, what do you do?
yeah, you should probably leave. Yeah, ditch the Prius and just get out and on foot and run. So we have a good friend, Justin Min, who's on Umbrella Academy. They're about to start their 3rd season. So this is a Umbrella Academy question. What would your powers be, and what order would Wong Fu be in? Basically, this is a superpower question, a very popular, question about ability and stuff. But I think in the world of Umbrella Academy, so let's go through them. There's the guy that can teleport. There's the one that can see dead people, but also like kind of interact with them too. The guy that can control, is it just knives?
It's like weapons.
Weapons.
Throwing objects, I
Throwing
think.
objects. And then there's like the ultimate power, she says anything and it happens.
Oh, I heard a rumor.
Yeah. That one, there's a little bit of like plot holes there, but kind of like telepathy. She just wills to whatever happens. Justin's is he goes to a different dimension and like summons creatures from that dimension.
Oh, is that what his power
Yeah.
is? Oh, I thought he just like always has tentacles.
I mean, that's the thing that
sticking
he
out.
summons, I think. I think so. Justin, don't get mad at me if I get this wrong. He doesn't have tentacles coming out of his body.
They're coming through a dimension.
Yeah, they're coming through a dimension.
So
and
his
his body's
body
acting
is.
like
Justin's body is the portal
But how is he controlling it then?
with love.
Okay.
I think they're like his friend. It's like Pokemon. Okay, imagine like if you had a giant tentacle Pokemon from a different dimension and you're giving it orders. I think that's how it works.
This is tough because I've been watching like The Boys and we've had these superhero questions before.
I feel like for someone that like watches a lot of TV shows, maybe I have the power to control the characters and then like they can come out of the TV, kind of like The Ring or something, and then they're that character.
Whoa. I've never heard that before.
But then again, that's kind of very inefficient because I would always have to have a TV with me.
I mean, you just have one of these and be like,
I want the superpower of imagination.
you guys both chose things that we literally do here at Wong Fu. You're like, I wish I could make up characters that just did what I thought them
Yeah.
to do.
Exactly.
Right? And make short films here.
I want to not have to rely on sleep, if that was a superpower. I feel like this was said in a lunch break. I want to be able to sleep for like 5 minutes, and it will be like an 8-hour sleep.
Benson, quick charge ability.
Yes.
But what is the purpose of not sleeping that much though?
It all goes
If
back-
everyone else is asleep.
It's not about being with people. He wants to be efficient.
I want more alone time.
Benson's like whole thesis for himself is very strong. It all goes back to like how can I be more productive and more efficient?
And with efficiency, it's with the least amount of energy and resistance, right?
My Umbrella Academy power would be to be the best at everything.
That's a cop out.
No, it's not. It's like very specific actually. It's like I don't want to fly. I don't want to read minds.
So you want to be the best at everything that's like a human can do.
No. I want to be the best at being a bird also.
Then you could fly.
Exactly. That's why it's the best answer. That's why it's the best
Really?
answer.
So everything. So like you'd be the best at like giving birth too.
Yeah, anything really. Like if I wanted to do that thing, I'd be the best at it. Like literally the ultimate, like the best. Which is the problem, the caveat is that I'd be the best at being the worst.
Yeah.
We'll get right back to the video, but first we want to thank our sponsor, Squarespace. Over the years, Wong Fu Productions has made hundreds of videos. The Video Blocks feature allows us to showcase and highlight our videos exactly how we want on our website. There's no need to spend countless hours trying to learn how to code a website. The templates Squarespace offers are super elegant and work seamlessly with any device. To learn more about the other features and to get a free trial, head over to squarespace.com. And when you're ready, make sure to use our code WONGFU at checkout to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain name. All the links can be found in the description below. Now, let's get back to lunch break.
So we've all watched Soul, right? Someone asked, if you were in the movie Soul, where you end up between life and death, would your spirit be content with moving on, or would you fight to get your way back to Earth, and why?
This is a very structured question about asking something else, I think.
I've seen the first half of Soul. I haven't finished it, but I figured I know what's gonna happen.
So I don't think that was any spoiler. Like we all know what happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
Soul is about.
No, I don't want to give any spoilers either.
But I feel like if we answer this question, we have to talk about it. So if you haven't seen Soul, come back in like 3 minutes.
I would like to continue with life. If life is like as finite as it is perceived to be, I would like to make sure that I had lived it in its entirety. I don't know if I'd have the same answer when I'm like, like older, but at least for now, I would like to continue. Because in terms of like eternity afterwards, it's like, yeah, I'll have eternity to be that little blob thing, right?
But you also don't know what afterlife is.
Exactly. So I would like to get as much of this time on Earth as possible.
So by the rules of Soul, after you leave this life, you become this thing forever. The afterlife is infinite. The great beyond is what they say. I feel like this question is really asking, are you content with how much you have or haven't done or experienced up to now? Like in the moment that I walk outside and I fall into a manhole, which happens in the film, would I want to come back, or would I'm like, oh, I'm good? There's always more you want to do, right? There's always more, and especially if you end unexpectedly, then that feeling of like, oh, I didn't get to do that one thing, or those other things, like of course that's gonna be very strong. But if the question is like, do you feel fulfilled with how much you've achieved? I think the answer for me is yes. I feel happy that this has happened, and this as in Wong Fu and these friendships and like talking to you guys, I'm happy about that. Is there more? Yeah, there's always more. But I think that's like something to be happy about. But also, I'm also very curious about the great beyond. I think it'd be really, really exciting to explore what that is. Our world's kind of crazy right now, if there's a choice to go to like a peaceful place forever, that doesn't sound bad either.
That's true. I think for me, it's like, if I was in his position where like, oh, I knew there is a great beyond, at least I know I would want to go back to Earth, just because I know that will be there then when I die. And it's also, okay, I know what Earth is like, or what human life is like. If we go to the great beyond, that's something I will have to discover later in life.
And this is a question about faith too. A very good movie, in my opinion. Soul was really interesting, and the message was very strong about there's more to life than just your achievements. I think that's such a strong message.
This one might get a little violent. It might not. Andrew Chan asks, if you were all in a battle royale type scenario, who would come out on top and survive?
Benson, for
I
sure.
know why he chose that question.
No, I honestly, when I saw the question, I don't think it's gonna be me.
Yes,
Who would it be?
Yes, it's gonna be you.
Okay, Battle Royale is essentially like Hunger Games, right? Like if everybody just had to go crazy and kill each other. Here's my pitch for who's gonna win this. It's gonna be Taylor, because I feel like Taylor, out of all of us, like has the most kind of like random moments. You know, he just shaved his head out of nowhere, right? So like he has that ability to surprise.
Sure.
So I feel like you guys have watched Hunger Games? Some of them. Who was the guy that like buried himself in the mud? PETA?
Peter.
Yeah.
Could you see Taylor doing
He
that?
became a rock.
For like 2 weeks, I imagine Taylor would just dig a hole, bury himself in that, wait for all of us to kill each other, and then at that last moment, he's gonna come out when that, you know, the second place person is like exhausted, just killed everybody, is like, okay, I just have one more kill. Taylor comes out, boom, stabs you. I
mean,
I don't know. I don't know why that
no, it's
it makes sense, right?
It makes sense to like do the thing that everyone else isn't doing.
Because like I wouldn't bury myself in the mud. That's kind of gross. I don't like bugs.
You play to your strengths, so you would be the one like knocking everyone out.
Yeah.
Like you'd be the Hulk, and everyone would be hiding from you,
Right.
right?
I have horrible stamina though.
Don't talk yourself down, Benson.
Okay.
I think you'd be a great contender. I'd be very fearful of you, but I see your logic. Taylor could also he's a good he can like get you on his side. Like he can make an alliance, I think, and he'd be very convincing. But I don't know if he'd be the first.
I feel like Taylor would be the type that would be like, guys, we're gonna get through this together.
He'd be like,
Exactly.
No, like he's not gonna backstab anyone. He's gonna just be like, we're gonna work together and then find a way to get off this island.
While making everybody backstab each other.
I actually think Jess would be pretty high up.
Why? I'll just hide.
You're kind of ruthless.
Oh yeah, when she's an imposter.
Like no mercy and like no excuses. Make the kill and move on. Yeah.
You know what? Let's put ourselves in the imposter scenario.
Benson would die first.
So yeah, if you guys put me in that scenario, I die first like every time. Okay. If you guys have been watching our like Twitch, we've been playing Among Us every now and then, and like so far the two best imposters I would say is Jessica and Chris. Chris gets imposter like every time.
He's like definitely improved a lot since like
Yeah.
the very first game. I was like, oh wow.
But then when he's the crewmate, he like has no idea what he's doing.
He's always third imposter when it comes to that.
Sorry, Wes, but I feel like Wes would die kind of early if you were the imposter, because you're just like, ooh, what does this thing do? And then you vent right in front of like 10 people.
That happened. I was new to the game. And I saw the thing and I'm like, oh, what is it? I popped up right in front of someone.
That was me. But then you do cross country, so you can run away from people the fastest.
I will say that is a strategy. Like you tire them out. I think the idea about being on the defensive is my strategy. As boring as hiding is, it is a very smart plan in that situation. So Taylor would hide. I'd like run in circles around people. And then it'd be me and Taylor at the end. And because we're both the same Myers-Briggs and creative types, we'd be like, you know what? We're good. We really get passionate about talking about movies. I feel like there's so many good questions here that I'd actually want to hear some of the other team members talk about.
Yeah, thanks again to all the care holders that submitted questions. These were really fun. So if you guys wanted to contribute to lunch break like these, make sure to check out our Patreon. We have a Discord on there. We post for ideas, and we have a bunch of exclusive content on there just for our care holders. So this all, feeds into the beast that is Wong Fu and keeps us going. So thank you guys so much for contributing in that way.
Lunch breaks are twice a month now, so check back in 2 weeks. And special thanks to our +1 Joey for recommending our lunch today. It was delicious.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
We have a big announcement.
Nani?
Wong Fu for life! Wong Fu for life!
It's happening!
So I have a little surprise for you.
Thank you, care holders!
For over 10 years, we've been consistently creating quality narrative content online, and we just hope to be a bridge between both the traditional and digital worlds.